Welcome back. Hope you're well. Gaming for XP here. Today's episode we're going to build you another bar, second bar. If you followed along with the last episode, I used a railway carriage. Today we're going to use the big old school bus. So as you can see there, I already have the bus ready. Dogmate likes it. One of the big things about the bus, we'll just go into building mode while I'm talking. The bus is, you need a reasonable amount of space to place it. Placing it is usually the biggest problem that you'll have, and you'll see if I pick it up. And it went green there. But a lot of this area, it's just not going to work. So we're going to use the good old faithful pillar today. So with the pillar, you see how it's green. Try and get it as close as possible. Deselect it and press the select button. Hold it in to do the select all, and then just place it down. I like to sink it into the ground just to make it look as though it actually belongs there and it's been left there during the apocalypse or after the nuclear explosion. So there we go, nice and simple to do. So how are you today? It's just after New Year. I hope you all had a really nice New Year. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to put an awning or a covering of some kind on the front of the bus here. Thematic and practical, great mod this one, love this to death. What we're going to do is we're going to put this here like that, and I already have the awning ready. And let's see how we are for. So one of the big things, hardest parts of this is just to trying to line it up. So it's equal and straight and all that good stuff. Which it's not. Okay. This is a pretty simple build. You actually don't need, if you can find a place to put the bus down, enough room to put the bus down, it's a pretty straightforward kind of build, this one. Like I said at the start, that's usually the biggest drama. Okay. So I'm going to have to offset that slightly. Straight. A little bit more. As you can see, it's a little bit fiddly, but it's certainly worth much better. Yep, that works. Take that away, and we go straight to the pillars to give it some support. I think the big pillars will, just to make it look as though it's properly supported. 1, 2. You don't have to put the ones at the back, but I guess it just helps with the overall look of the build. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we have a little entranceway into the bus. I like to use these railing systems to, sorry, lost my train of thought just then. Still early in the morning here, so still trying to wake up, just to add a little bit more decoration and lead you in a little bit further. You can use what you like, it doesn't really matter. There we go. So we created a little entranceway. very quick and easy build to do this, but when you see the walkthrough at the end, you'll see it can be quite effective. We don't need a huge bar in here. Now when you're working with the bus, it can tend to kick up like that. Just need to find that spot where it's good, and just making sure there's enough room at the back so your barman can get in and out of the area, no problem. But it should be fine. So our next thing to do is just put some seating options in here for people just to come and relax. I just use some little ones, some little just normal. That could actually work pretty well. Or should we go with this one? Up to you, whatever you like. I think I'm going to go back, and because we're only going to be a little seating area. There we go. We'll use that one. And what seats will we put in? We could put lounge seats in if we really wanted to. Make it comfy, and you can see that wants to kick up. Yeah, it's not working for me. Different chair. Could use these. Whatever you like. I mean, it really doesn't matter. Be somewhere for them to sit down and have a chat, play a couple of games of cards, or it really doesn't want to fit in there, does it? There we go. And of course we have to put our little seating area in. We could do it here, I guess. Let's see if it'll fit. Remember my normal seating area. Here we go with the shelf. Going to fit in there. No, it's not. Doesn't want to go in there. Here we go. Come on, I'll show you. Okay, then we'll try it on this side. I know it fits here. This thing when you build in Fallout 4, some days it will work, some days it just doesn't want to play game. There it was. Just doesn't want to play. There we go. Right there. I don't know why. You can build the same thing twice, and it just, for whatever reason, it just doesn't want to play nicely. And you can see it's coming together quite nicely now. That is floating. Looks like it's floating. Yeah. You could potentially put some chairs there if you really wanted to. As long as you can access the settler at the bar, it shouldn't be too much of a drama. And that's pretty much the guts of the build. I like to now decorate this up with a few other things, just to make it look a little bit junky. There is the original idea for this came when I was working, when I was looking for I had an area in Norhagen Beach that I wanted to fill in. And so I put a bar in there. I guess one of the things to do is just have a look around the settlement and just see what's in that settlement. Again with this post, put it in, click on it the second time, drag it down, and it'll sit in nicely, just like that. See if they're going to be nice to do these fences. They can, as you would have seen in my first build, they sometimes work and they sometimes don't. And then all of a sudden they click in. Let's try it around here. Certainly the game's fighting me today. I've already done this build and I went through it and made it quite easily. But this one, for some reason, just does not want to. Sometimes what you can do is what I just done there. You put it on both sides so it has nowhere to go, and then it'll click in. So a little bit of an enclosure area there, just to define the border, I guess. There we go. Click. Pull down, just like that. Is this going to click in? Of course it's not. Oh, there it was. Don't you love when it does that? You struggle with it and then it clicks in so quick you can't get to it. There it is. So a little bit of a fence in there. What I generally do is, which I have here, I put the cooking stove in here. That. And usually put some tables and chairs at. Just to simulate people sitting around and relaxing. Up to you which seats you like. There's one particular one that I do use a lot outside, which is this yellow one here. If you want to, one of the things you can do is just sink them into the ground a little bit with using the pillar. And it just makes it look a little bit more realistic. And the last thing to do is put the table in, like using this particular table here. There we go. And then decorate it as you like. You know, you can put flags on the side of this. You can do whatever you like to decorate this up. One of the things that I like to do is do something like this. Because I live in Australia, I like to put an Aussie flag everywhere I can. So there we go, you can plop that on the side of the bus. Now lighting can be quite effective, and you'll see in the final build how the lighting makes a huge difference to the overall look of this. Let's see what we've got as far as lights go. There we go, we'll plop that in, you can have a little bit of a disco happening, and that will fit in there. And there you go, guys, it's pretty much as simple as you want to make it. You can personalize this as much as you like by putting your own junk and seats and whatever you want to do in there, but as you can see, it's quite an easy build to do, quite a quick build to do. There are a few things that kind of just need to take your time with, but apart from that, all good. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. So here we go, here's the final walkthrough. The next stop bar, you can see I've made a sign similar to the one I showed you. This one's filled in the ground, but you can see in Nordhagen there's quite a unique fence, and this is the area where they were growing food, and I've moved that, but I like that fence, is so unique. I wanted to keep that and build on it. So you can see the base build has not really changed, and I'm stuck on something. Okay. But you can see it's in a nice little tight area. Yeah, thank you. And I've just decorated it up. I'll try and go nice and slow. Couple of chairs. The cooking station is obvious there. I've added some rails into the side here, which are those full rails, which I know No Respawns loves so much, so that part of the build is dedicated to him. As you can see, alcohol, no good story ever starts with drinking tea. There you go, a little bit of humour in there. Add some lights above there, and we'll go into the bus. You can see our barman. G'day. There you go. And it's just a very basic little build, but very nice and effective. A lot going on in here. And you can just junk it up. So very basic, very simple kind of build, but just something if you have that little corner of your settlement and you're not quite sure what to do with it. It's good. You could have the flamingos. This is on the beach, so it suited. See if I can get out this doorway. It suited this very well. You can see the lights and the way you light it very much. That's curry. Very much makes a difference. She likes that seat there. She's going to have a little bit of a vodka, I think. Very basic build. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate your support, your comments, your questions. Please, if you enjoyed this, pop a like, and if you'd like to subscribe, it really does help my channel and helps to support the Forlight community, and it allows us to continue to generate content for everyone. So thanks very much, and catch you next time.